Hey, Bood. Look, I know I was supposed to attend the home game. Slight change of plan. I'm at the Executive Lounge at Anfield, as you can see behind me. Game hasn't quite kicked off yet, but John Henry gave me a call and said he needed to chat. It seems that they're going to be reviving the European Super League. So we might be one of the teams able to participate in this. So don't share this video. Don't share the information with anyone. It's between us. I've told them that you're all in and that you're committed to this program. So we're not going to pull a Chelsea and Man United on them like last time. So yeah, good news. More money's on the way. We'll talk soon.
No, do we want a European Super League? What is he on about? Well, he's been at Anfield. He's been knocking about Toxteth a little bit too much, smoking some doobies, because he's definitely on something. He's definitely on something anyway, because he mentions more money's coming your way. Still put zero investment into this club. Not a penny. Crazy. And he keeps avoiding me. After the Rangers game, he disappeared. Keeps saying he's coming to home games, and you see him at Anfield. I'm going to catch up to him. He's promised he'll meet me at some point. We'll find out in this episode. But yeah, it's episode 20. As always, thanks for joining me. Your view is massively important, as is any thumbs up, comments, or new subscribers and patrons. You guys are all legends in different ways. And this could be a fantastic episode. LiveCon, I am well looking forward to. Well bad. It's a massive game as well. It's like stress levels are going through the roof. But it's been a mad season. Last year, out the cups, no Europe, we did really well. This year's been a lot more pressure. A lot more pressure in the whole team. And I think that's why I can't get hold of Brian Kane. Been ringing him for days and days and days, can't get hold of him. So I checked his Instagram and found him and Greeno on a boat trip with a load of girls. So them two look like they're making friends again and partying, sharing STDs. And then the youth report came in and I realised to myself, that's why I can't get hold of him. Because it's bang average. For the first time ever, we've not had an excellent youth intake. It's not even a good youth intake. It is average. He was telling me it's going to be great. I'm going to give you all these great strikers. Now, just because the striker's Scottish like you, Brian Kane, don't mean he's any good. Now, they're all right. But is this a sign that things are starting to catch up with Brian Kane and he's off his game, isn't he? Now, just like last year, we straight out the FA Cup, but with the Premier League and the pressures of Europe, you know, the domestic cups took a back seat for me this year. So I'll give guys a game. Some guys have sneaked in, like Singh and so on, as they do. But I was pretty much a B team. Getting beat off Swansea still with that team was massively disappointing. Now, you might see a new name there as well, because Greeno has done a little bit. But he's been out partying, hasn't he? On his jet, doing whatever. But he did do something. He brought in 2 loans, and to be fair, loans are needed. He's got a wonderkid on loan from Manchester United for the second half of the season, a winger, and I think we were lacking on the wings a little bit, really. We were quite light going into the year. I didn't mention it, but I was quite worried about it. But he's addressed that in January with a loan signing. From Man United, he's good. You know, he's going to be a help. Hopefully, he's playing well already. And he's loaned me a defender who, you know, maybe we needed, maybe we didn't. But I'm not going to knock it because he's from the Valley, who are doing very well this year. Very happy for the Valley. So yeah, that's what I did. No players left, no loans out, no nothing. Just 2 loan players in. So we were drawn against one of my former teams, the Munchen Club, who are also doing very well in the Bundesliga. In the Champions League and at home, even though we were slightly the better team, we got beat 1-0 in the first leg. But under the bright lights at Munchen Park in Munich, we turned it on. Away from home, didn't expect this at all. This result was a massive shock to me, but great performances. Jamie Balance wasn't 100%, so he didn't play. But it is what it is. We're through to face another German team, FC Bayern. Double Munich trips. Fantastic, really. Playing against teams like this makes us feel like we're back where we belong, and we were quite lucky, to be fair, to not get beat. They had a goal disallowed for Mr. Crap himself. But yeah, everything to play for. Again, we got beaten, Mr. Christopher Crap, you absolute bum bandit. Freaking 2-0. So yeah, very happy though. We've gone right into it. We've made some good money. We've developed our reputation. And hopefully we can build on this next year. It always depends on signings and so on. But again, after the game at the Sabret Dalton Stadium, the gaffer, the owner, the chairman, Mr. Christian Peter, was a freaking no-show. So I called his secretary, who don't even know him because he's never been to the stadium. So he's my friend, not his. She told me he was at Manchester freaking airport. So I went down there. Right, so I was supposed to meet the gaffer after the game, the Champions League, for a coffee. It was a total no-show. I think he's trying to avoid me, right? Anyway, tracked him down here. I'm at Manchester Airport. And I found him. In fact, I can see him right over there. There he is, the cheeky bastard. Hey boss, I thought you were meeting me for a coffee.
Oh, shit.
Are you trying to avoid me?
No, honestly, I just need to go to the ATM. Just wait here.
Cheeky bastard. Seriously, he is a slippery little snake. I'll get hold of him one day. Anyway, these are the finances now. We're doing all right. We've earned a bit of money this year. Again, we haven't got loads of commercial income and all that good stuff, but we're doing well. Now, I'd pushed the transfer budget, what was left, into the wages, as you can see. So we've got $500,000 there to play with, because at this point I've run through the squad myself, because Greeno is nowhere to be seen and I've panicked. So I've offered quite a few of the players new contracts. I've triggered an extension with the captain and goalkeeper Bruno Pereira, and hopefully a lot of these new deals. I've wiped out them stupid minimum fees. I want to try and secure our good players, right? But now it's time for the league table. How are we doing? We've got 2 games left to play. We are 5th, and we should be doing better. Recently, our form was turd. You'll see that in a minute. But we're 5th, and today's live com, the early kickoff, is against another former team of mine, the mighty Denton Villa, the black and yellow, the Hatters themselves, who are only a point ahead of us. So we're going to play this as a live com, and hopefully it all works out for us. I think we've got West Ham in the last game, who are in 13th. So we'll see how it goes. We'll go with the flow and I'll see how it all develops. But we're gunning for that 4th. I want 4th. We can even get 3rd. We could even get runner-up again mathematically. But look who are the champions. The Tame Valley are champions. Well happy with that. United have kind of got a bit better. They started off quite slow. Liverpool, who were doing very well, have gone shit, sacked the manager and just hired Pep Guardiola, so they might be a force next year. Chelsea and Arsenal are bang average, aren't they? So I've highlighted the first game we played after the Rangers Champions League game, and it was a 4-3 thriller down south on the coast against Southampton. What a game. We followed that up by beating Stoke 1-0. Then I drew with Liverpool, which is a good result. Got beat off Spurs, the Manc Messi getting us a goal. Drew with City, and we went on this great run. This is a fantastic run for us, beating Brighton 4-1, we beat Burnley 3-1, with Chelsea 3-2. What a game. Spurs, we drew with Everton. Can't believe it, how they've gone from shit to really good to really shit. Villa as well, beat them 1-0. Liverpool beating them 2-1. Amazing. The Stoke game though, that was 2 days before Champions League game. So I put my goalie in, but I did BT in the majority of the rest, and it didn't work out. But then we followed that up by absolutely battering Southampton 6-1. Look at the goals we scored against them. It's fantastic. Beat Newcastle 2-0, Wolves 2-0, Sheffield United 4-1, and then this has happened. I mean, the Valley of the champions, but we got annihilated. Man United battered us, and then Arsenal have beaten us. 3 losses on the bounce. It's really, I wanted to get something out of them games, and we might have been, guaranteed that top 4 already. Luckily, I've just beaten Leicester just 1-0. So obviously, Denton, big game on TV away at New Shirley Hill, which is just down there. So then I did want to show you every player, and I'm going to do it very quickly. So feel free to pause it if you have a quick look of what I've got. But we've got Francis, who's, a good little backup right back, but we do need work here. Davor, who's brought in as centre half, could play right back, has played the majority of the season at right back and become a natural right back. Pamungus, he's actually at the minute having a new deal sorted, but he's got a lot of interest. Jamie Balance has got a lot of interest. His contract's got 3 years left on it. He won't sign a new one until after the World Cup because he's made the England squad. He's actually a regular for England and has scored 5 in 3 recently. So he's definitely kicked on, hasn't he, Jamie? Fabio, keep getting news snippets of Joe Page saying him and Diggler just can't play together. So Diggler ain't going anywhere. He might. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, my goalie has just got better and better and better. Club captain, Alan Harrison, the left back, been very good. I think next year, I'm hoping, I'm going to do the same thing, put people up for sale, see who gets rid of. You don't always get rid of them. And hopefully, personally, I'd like, a couple of fullbacks, a couple of wingers. I don't know. We'll see. You never know. Mr. Diamond struggled with fitness from here to here, but he's still a wonder kid. He's still got massive potential. Leroy's moaning because he's not playing enough, which is fair enough. I mean, he's had some games, scored some good goals as well, but you're not number one. It's Jamie. Alexandru, still a very good player, playing centrally for me quite a bit. Manu's probably one of the guys I'm going to put up for sale. The left back, Luis Carbonell. He's so good. He's just really solid. Just does meet a job. Donny van der Beek is wanted. Not playing as much recently. Probably put him up for sale, hopefully. Greeno will get rid of him. Gilbert, the Mank Messi, he wants to play more. You know, he's a good squad player. I don't want him to go anywhere. Mr. Singh, good player again. Young, time to develop. A lot of this, you know, he's going to be a future thing. James Lowe, striker, winger, you know, squad player, English, young. Morgan Close, again, young, English. These guys can develop. Billy Gilmore, still a solid player. His average rating does not reflect how good he is. He's fantastic. And he's only 28. So yeah, he's going absolutely nowhere. Mr. Ed Nibbs just signed a new deal instantly, which I'm very happy with because he is a big prospect. He's only played a handful of games. Dirk Diggler's down here, but he's great. I have switched tactic a couple of times and it's worked for me away from home, and he plays as that defensive midfielder. Again, it don't reflect how good he is. Killian Markle, bit of a sub squad player, the young 20-year-old. And we've got Espino, who's good. I like him. He wants to play a lot more. He's a squad player. Probably might try and cash in on him, you know. They got offered 30 million, but Greeno said no. I'd have said yeah, but you can have him in the summer. Anyway, and then lastly, but never forget Norman. Good old backup keeper. We could probably do with better because whenever he plays, yeah, he's shit. But welcome to New Shirley Hill in Denton, Manchester. We're up against it. Darryl Motion, my son in defence. I don't know where my other son is up top, but it's going to be huge game. Both battling for a top 4 spot. But we're going for it. We are going to go for it. And that's a good team I've got out there. So I'm back here. I've been here before, but obviously back here in the live com with the black and yellow. I genuinely loved my Denton Villa series. If you never watched it, the colours and the name all based on the team I played for as a kid. They don't exist anymore. They're now called Denton Youth, I think, and they end up getting a fantastic facility built for them over in the centre of Denton. But yeah, we played in black and yellow. Loved it. We started off, I don't know if you know the Scouts. Well, I wasn't a scout because I grew old and we thought it would be geeky, but when we were little, we were in a thing called Cubs, which is pre-Scouts, and we were a Cub team. We started off as a 5-a-side team, then we grew into a team, and then we decided let's make a team with our parents, and we made Denton Villa. I played for him for quite a few years, but then I couldn't get in the team, so I left and joined another team that was shit, but I played, called Denton Athletic. Oh, go on, Jamie Balance. 23 goals this year. Good, worth a try. Right, I've just dropped in some encouragement. Look at that. A few green faces. And we've started off very well. Yeah, I mean, that 3-game losing streak that we've just had, they're good teams. They are. But the Arsenal game I was disappointed with. I thought I might pick up a draw against one of the others. But you know what? It is what it is. The Leicester win was freaking huge for us. We've just got to do it here. We've got to pick up them points. I want to get back in that Champions League for the money. I want the money, and I want to grow the reputation. Because Drew Peacock, absolute legend of a man and a player, got the best beard I've ever seen. Oh no! Oh my God! Alexis, the guy who chose Denton over us. Greeno, you should have offered him more money. He was up for sale. Now, obviously, I don't do the transfers, but I talked to his agent just to find out if it would be possible. And his agent's flatly said no. He has zero interest in joining you. Well, it's half time and we're getting beat, but we're not out of it yet. Now, I'm going to break kayfabe for just 1 second because I did actually meet my friend who I've known for a couple of years, Christian P, for the first time. He was here on a business trip. He went to Anfield to watch a game, but his time was limited and so was mine. But I did make my way to the airport and we spent a while together, about an hour and a half, having a coffee and a good chat. And this is us in real life. And I just want to say he's genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever spoke to and known. And he's a pleasure to call him my friend, and hopefully next time he comes over he's got more time. I'm going to take him around Manchester, maybe get a few of the other lads together and we'll go for a beer. So if you're up for that, you have to let me know. I might have to organise a bit of a bood fest in town. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, thank you mate for the support. I know you're watching. I love you. Long time. Right, let's go. Second half here. Yeah, I've got a feeling we're not going to do this top 4. I'll be honest with you, we've got holes and it's been a battle. It's been a battle this year. The squad wasn't really full of the depth, especially out wide. Maybe even with quality as well. We did very well last year to get where we were in the Champions League. But with all that involved, it's been tough, and I've noticed that I've dropped points in the league because of Europe. I know I have for a fact, with rotating and so on. Couldn't just put on my best team like I was last year. But you know, we'll get some form of Europe, and a Europa League run or anything more realistic for us, a bit more something we could actually maybe really get into. So I'm not, whatever happens, I'm pretty easy with it. But here's Denton. I don't know where Fletcher is. I don't know if he's played as much this year now they bought Alexis. Daryl, you're supposed to... Look at him, look how excited he is. He is not that fast in real life. Well then. Hey, it is what it is. And they're coming again. Bloody hell. Looking like we're giving up here, away from home at the mighty new Shirley Hill. This is why Alexis chose them. He knew, didn't he? He's not daft. And I'm eating my green and thought, nah. Nope. Yeah. Anyway, very excited for the summer, whatever happens. Oh, look at that. Oh, do you know what? Daryl and Alexis, you two, that was beautiful. That was brilliant, you assholes. But when I did meet CP, I said, I've got to go at 7 because I'm going for me tea. And he's like, what, a cup of tea? And I was like, no, me tea. So I've had to explain to him where I'm from, what we call meals. And it got me thinking, what do you call your meals throughout the day? I know it's different all over England, and I know it's different maybe in Europe. So in the north, especially where I'm from, in the morning we have breakfast. In the middle of the day we have our dinner. And in the evening, we have our evening meal. We call it tea. So I'll say, what's for tea, love? What's for tea, mum? That's my evening meal. If I say, what's for dinner? I think some people call that lunch. But no, it's dinner. So yeah, I was just made me wonder. Pretty similar to the bread issue I had recently. Let me know what you call it is. Diamond. Brett Wood as well. England's number 1 is Brett. I mean, what a time for my keeper. My keeper never plays bad. Captain, look at that. Joe Page wanted to bring him off. He's been that bad, and this is football. Well done to Denton Villa. Scored a couple of good goals. That last one with a move from motion to Alexis and the finish. Yeah. So we may have lost, but we're not actually out of this just yet. Now it looks like we've secured the Europa League, which is great, above Liverpool. Happy days. Suck on that, Pep Guardiola. Man United have got a game in hand though. They're playing the Valley on Wednesday. Who are champions, got now to play for the Valley, but a very, very good team. If the Valley can do us a favour there and beat them, they'll be on 69 points. So if results go our way in the last games of the season, but who's playing who? City away at Burnley. That's our Champions League done. But do you remember last year when I thought City played Sheffield United, didn't they? And as we were playing, they ended up getting beat 3-2. So anything's possible. United have got Newcastle who are down there. And obviously we've got West Ham at home, so I can't fit another live comment, but I'm going to rapidly go through it and we'll see what we can see. Well, here we are, and Manchester United kind of bottling it. They drew 1-1 with the Valley, which is a good result for us because it keeps our Champions League hopes alive. We've got to win and hope things go our way. Well, it's half time here at the Sabret Dalton, and it's not been the best first half. West Ham are definitely playing better. It's like, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. It's like we're not into this at all. It looks like Europa League for us because I have seen one result and Manchester United are winning 1-0 with a Ben Ballantyne goal. Oh, we've just scored. I've got the replay on so you can see it. Here's Singh, lofts it in. The Mank Messi returns 1-0. Manchester United are 2-0 up. I haven't seen anything from City yet. Nothing. And we've scored another one. Here we go with a replay. Pamungus to Singh. He gets us singing. He does. Crosses it in. 2-0. We're doing our job, aren't we? Well, at the very end, Newcastle did score, but it looked like United have won 3-1. I saw nothing from Man City. Absolutely nothing. So if they drew, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even check the goal difference. So I've no idea. Let's find out. So Man City did draw 0-0 with Burnley. Our win wasn't enough in the end. Denton got beat off Aston Villa. Bottom at league. Look at them. Although it looks like Aston Villa in Europe, which is crazy, meaning they've won something. So we finished 6th, which you could say is disappointing, but I think with the Champions League pressure, it's still good. We're still in Europe, and the Europa League, to me, for us right now, is very, very exciting, and I'm buzzing for Tame Valley. Buzzing. I'm also buzzing for another former team of mine, a team we knocked out the Champions League, the Munchen Club, because they've won the league, and in them doing that, Bayern have just sacked their manager. You've got two of the best players in the country. Although Reece Salmon, the regen, has done it for Munchen. Come on. Great year for former teams. And I'm happy. What do you think? Europa League? A bit more realistic? Let me know in the comments. End of season review. I'm just going to look at a couple of key aspects of it to save time. And broadcast revenue went down even though we're in the Champions League. I have no idea why. Sponsorship needs to go up. CP, sort yourself out. Balance sold the most shirts. He's not come out. He's just sold the most shirts because he's had a stellar season, that lad. And of course, I played 99% with that formation, and that was my number one team, and it probably is-ish. I'm surprised Gilmore isn't in it, but we need some work. Greeno needs to, you know, start doing some proper business so we can kick on. In the Europa League, I'd like to get to a final. I want to get to a freaking final, man. We've not done anything for a long time. We've got money in the bank, but, you know, nothing's been released. Hopefully that changes. There's wiggle room in them wages, but then you've got to spend on wages as well. So it's going to be very, very interesting. The squad is pretty much locked in. So if nothing starts happening, we'll see. Greeno might be looking at making players go before he brings any players in. He might have to do that. So there we have it. That's the end of episode 20 and another end to a Premier League year. Very excited though to see what we can do next year. Hopefully you are too, and you'll come back for episode 21. Really do appreciate it. I'm going to cut this short. But again, it was awesome to meet CP. Really, really was. It's awesome that I'm here with you as well. But yeah, we might have to sort of Bood Fest out. I know Loki did it once. I'm not as big as Loki, but you know, might be a few of you fancy a bit of a trip around town and a few beers. We'll have to think about that. Anyway, stay happy, stay safe. I love you long time. Bye-bye.